Okay. Hey guys. Well, we finally made it. This is the last week of speeches. This week we are giving a persuasive speech of a topic of our own choosing. I apologize on the front end because I feel like crap. Just recently had oral surgery and my face does not feel good. At any rate, the topic that I chose is to be an advocate for stem cell research and the use of cloning for modern medicine. This topic is one that I felt very strongly about, but I've been torn about the whole topic as well. I just recently have lost a dear friend, his long battle with muscular dystrophy, as well as several family members over the last couple of years due to Alzheimer's and heart disease. Through my brief exploration through the topic of stem cell research, I have come to see that the conditions that, while they're still fatal in the scope of our current medical practices, they don't always have to have sad closing. So you might be asking yourself, what does cloning have to do with stem cell research? Cloning is a way of producing a genetic identical organism without sexual reproduction. The method commonly employed is called stomach cell nuclear transfer. The nucleus of a body cell, a stomach cell, in contrast to the sperm or egg cell, is transferred into an unfertilized egg whose nucleus has been removed or made inactive. An electronic pulse is then used to stimulate the development of a resulting embryo. Normally the embryo is created when sperm enters the egg and it starts to divide. But the cell done in this study by Shuk, this guy's name is hard to say, I can't even say it. It's ShoukHrat, Mivolov, and colleagues at the Oregon Health and Science University. They began with the skin cell from an 8-month-old baby that had a genetic disease. They did not use sperm. They created an embryo and they took the DNA out of the egg and that was hollow and replaced it with the skin cells of the DNA instead. The baby's DNA is then only the genetic material being used. With the help of chemicals, the egg started to divide just like a normal fertilized egg would, and then within several days, embryos genetically identical to the babies were created from the stem cells that were derived. The embryonic stem cell research is inherently controversial because in order to use the stem cells for this science, the embryos which were collected would have to be destroyed. Even though the embryos are being produced by the leftovers from a in vitro fertilization. However, Molotov said that the embryos created in this study and studies like this from skin cells and whatnot, the eggs would never grow into babies. They would have to have an additional technology and it wasn't part of the study. But hey guys, it gets better. I've got even better news. Recent studies have shown that stem cells can be harvested from adult stem cells. That's right, they can be harvested from cells from your skin, your pancreas, and your brain. Oh, and by the way, if you have a need, there's a bit of your brain in your nasal cavity, way up there in the back. In the back, you're just a small little hole in your skull that you can actually harvest a bit of your brain. You'll lose your sense of smell, but you can use that little bit of your brain to repair your brain, your spinal system, your nervous system, and all kinds of other things. The beauty of these stem cells is that, unlike muscle cells or any other cell that you have in your body, stem cells can be manipulated and grown into other types of cells so that you can actually produce whatever is needed. The history will show that by 2020, we'll be able to produce a wide range of tissues using adult stem cells. That's adult stem cells, not the embryonic stem cells. With the spectacular progress in tissues building and repair. And in some cases, these stem cells will be actually incorporated into new repairs as differential cells, and in other cases, they will be temporary assistance in local repair processes. I would like to thank you all for the time and attention for my presentation, and hope that my information has provided you with some spark and desire to do a little exploration on your own and research stem cells for yourself. And again, I thank you for your time, and I hope this fixes what ails you.